I'm a sitting in the studio, drunk on wine. Hey, hey, I'm feeling fine. Gonna listen to the girls talking about dicks. Yeah, I'm gonna get my fix. Hot minute.
Well, the first thing I want to say is I'm really, really happy that we finally have a country song.
I'm so happy to have a traditional classic country
theme song for this week's.
I'm also really excited because in the spirit of the theme song, sort of ask, not a big production.
Yeah, not a big production at all.
Just
really.
Somebody sitting around enjoying things with a beautiful.
You know what it is? That's a tune
voice.
in your heart.
And you know who it was?
Who was that?
It's a woman named Julia Martin.
Oh, of Julia Martin Gallery?
Yes, JuliaMartinGallery.com.
Oh, she's great. I love Julia Martin and her artwork. She's very kind, cool, interesting woman.
She is
I
very,
like her a lot.
very kind and cool. If you live in the Nashville area, you can go to 444 Humphreys Street, and she has a gallery there called
Julia Martin Gallery?
Yep, that's what it's called. Instagram.com/Julia Martin Gallery. She herself, not only does she have impeccable taste in art and curate wonderful art that you can buy, and
She has good taste in podcasts, too.
She has great taste in podcasts. And she herself is quite a very talented artist.
I would concur with that very much.
Incredible. So thank you, Julia.
I love it. And if you would like to give us a theme song, please, by all means, that's the last one. Julia did it. Julia's cool.
Yeah.
Julia ain't afraid.
Ain't afraid. 240-823-4688. Text your intent. I think she just texted a sound file. But anyway, thank you, Julia. We're pumped. And this is a Hot Minute.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Jamie. You can find us online at hottminute.com, HOTTminute.com. Hot Minute is brought to you by We Own This Town.
Yes.
And incidental music is by Upright T-Rex Music, which is our friends. I have to move my... I portioned out 16...
Jamie's got a giant, pyramid of skinny popcorn mini cakes.
Yeah, salted caramel.
Paper.
Non-GMO, gluten-free, no artificial ingredients.
It smells like fake brown sugar.
It does. It smells like weight loss to me. Yeah, so really excited. Upright T-Rex Music. That's Ross and Cody of Kindercastle Uncle Skeleton fame.
Good music people.
They're very talented, and I actually
more talented than me in most things. I'm gonna
pretty
guess.
much everything. Yeah. Actually, before we started, I asked our producer Michael if we can say their names. I was like, "Do they want to be associated with this?"
With that? Yeah.
But we're very grateful to them for the music that they have supplied.
That's cool.
For the podcast as well.
So this podcast, we just talk about what's hot, who's hot, things we think are hot.
It's true. And in that
spirit, I want to ask you a question.
What do you want to ask?
I want to ask Jamie, who are you crushing on?
Oh my goodness. Well, in the spirit of crushes, so our crushes aren't really, they're just gut. It's just a gut feeling, just a burning ache deep in your belly. And mine is, it's a who kind of. Mm-hmm. Mine is specifically Peter B. Parker, the animated alternate universe Spider-Man from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Which I have not seen. He's very good.
He's very good. So I'm dying for you to see this movie because I think you would also have a crush on him.
Okay. I do get crushes on cartoons.
Yeah.
I think we can all refer back to episode 1 or 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we talked about so he's got the sort of roguish good looks of Dimitri from Anastasia.
Okay. I'm with you.
With the body of a dude you would actually date. So the whole plot of this, and I won't spoil too much, but basically the current our timeline Spider-Man
Bruce
is
Wayne.
is you. It's you. No, so in this animated version, Spider-Man is going to become this basically teenager named Miles Morales, but there's a bunch of things happen. Ripping time, space-time.
As it does.
And all of a sudden, there are all these different Spider-Mans from different alternate universes. One of them, in fact, being an alternate universe Peter Parker, who is divorced and kind of depressed. He wears sweatpants.
This is the hot one?
Yes.
Okay.
This is clearly the one that I want. The really damaged one. He gets divorced because he doesn't want to have children from Mary Jane. It's just... The whole movie is a delight.
That's a children's movie?
It's kinda. I think calling that a children's movie is pushing it, but it's also not needlessly dark like a lot of the. Well, I wouldn't say needless. I actually kind of like some of the Batman animated stuff, but those are for adults. They're just animated shows. No, this is definitely fun for the whole family.
Nice.
I think it's a PG rated thing, but never once does it talk down to the audience. There aren't any wacky kind of...
I've seen nothing but good reviews of it.
That's
I want to see it.
The reviews are what got me to go. I would never have picked that as something that I wanted to go see. And then I just kept seeing on Twitter, honestly, like over and over again, like different culture writers and people that normally would not be praising a Spider-Man animated movie. Anyway, so he's just really, really dreamy in it.
What's the name of his character?
Peter B. Parker. He's voiced by Jake Johnson, who is apparently on that show, The New Girl, but I hate that show and I don't want to watch it.
Okay.
I've like never seen it. I hate it.
I see what's going on here with this character.
Look at he's got a crooked sort of like big nose.
Cute, yeah.
He's very sassy. The dude's voice is very sexy.
He looks divorced.
He looks damaged. Boy likes to eat. He eats a lot in it.
He eats a lot in the movie.
He's got a little paunch.
Oh, that's good. So that's the body that we would go for.
He's a Spider-Man that you could hook up with, conceivably.
Understood.
Yeah.
I like that.
He's a drinker.
I'm going to see this movie.
So Ashley.
Yes, Jamie.
Who are you crushing on?
I'm so glad you asked me that because I have an answer to that question.
What is it?
Frank Ocean.
Oh.
Have you heard? Listen. The year, folks, is like 2011, and I'm here to tell you right now that this kid, Frank Ocean, going places.
He's got an odd future indeed.
Oh, but Tish. So I recently asked my younger coworkers, like, what's good with music? Because I'm super fucking sick of everything I've ever heard in my life anymore. I don't like anything. I don't want to listen to new music.
And you work with children.
I work with younger people, and someone was like, well, Frank Ocean is really good. And I was like, okay, you know what? I've never heard anything bad about Frank. But, it's like he hasn't really come on my radar. I'm going to give he's only got 2 records. It's very easy. A listen, really good. The album Blonde in particular is really, really good. It is good. He's got a beautiful face.
His hair's green.
He's very handsome in his face and body and aesthetic and his style. He's currently on the cover of GQ magazine, if you'd like to check him out, wearing a lovely green blouse, basically.
I love the gender fluidity that GQ is putting forth lately. Let me tell you.
This is the new GQ. Gentleman's Quarterly is changing it up for everybody.
More like Gentleman's Queerly.
Oh, yes. And that's Frank Ocean. He came out as like he had a crush
huge.
On
No, he didn't have a crush. He was in love with him.
When he was a young man.
And I like the way he talked about it. I remember that being very I don't know, jarring is the wrong word, but it was a huge deal when that happened because he was not just saying I hooked up with a dude or I had a crush on a dude. He was like I was in love with a man. This was my
first love. I think he was like this was like my first love. Yeah. I mean, pretty much I just like the way he talks generally. I did a little research on because you got to be careful.
Might have done something wild.
He's really, really cute. He's like I like the way I like Blonde's the really good record. He didn't like put it up for like Grammy awards or anything, which makes sense because it was like so fucking above and beyond.
I know.
And, like leaps and bounds ahead pretty much anything else. It's so good.
He's
so fucking good.
Can I just tell you that
Nike's is a good song. Solo is a good song. Ivy is a good song. Pink and White is a good song.
Say them all.
Reprise of Solo is a good... Anyway.
I'm going to say something dark.
Okay.
He's so good that I'm worried that he won't be around long. How old is he?
No. If anything, he's going to be one. No, that's another thing where everyone's like, where's new music, Frank? Where's new music, Frank? It's like, it takes a fucking long time to put out an album.
That's incredible. And because he's made incredible music, there's a lot of pressure.
He's making incredible music. I don't know how much he produces versus like other producers, but it's like he's definitely in there. And it's like, oh, Frank, you haven't broken the genre again yet. It's like, calm down. Give the man a minute. He's probably not even 30. What
I want to know is he 27?
He is 31 years old.
Oh.
So he could, he's age appropriate for me as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. So Frank Ocean, I like it. I like music.
You know what, Ashley?
Yeah, what, Jamie?
I like music a lot as well.
Oh, that's interesting. We have something in common.
I like music so much that I think this week we should talk about music.
Okay.
But you just talked about a really talented man. I want to talk about really talented Womans. I want to talk about pop divas.
Ooh, that's a wonderful idea.
It is. There are so many, you know.
I don't know where to start.
And I don't either, honestly. So I earlier made a playlist available at hotminute.com/my-divas. Which Michael quickly threw together, which I think is really funny. So hottminute.com/my-divas. If you go there, there's a playlist. Those are going to be mine. We can't. There's no way we could talk about all of them. There's 180 songs.
I've already sorted these by artist. So your hard work that you put assembling them, like I've already fucked.
No. I didn't put them. I sorted them by that as well.
Okay. I mean, we got some legends.
We got some legends.
I see Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Let's start with Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey's the first name I see.
So Mariah Carey is one where I have a playlist that's just like all my favorite Mariah Carey songs and it has like 30 songs on it.
Do you remember when Mariah Carey came out with Honey and everyone's jaws just dropped?
I love her on the cover of I believe it's Heartbreaker, where she has the rainbow shirt.
Yes.
If you go look at that now, her panties are so big.
Really?
Like, I remember when it came out, everyone was like, oh man. Because, you know, she had the big thing where she was like sort of this, you know, chanteuse that was married to Tommy Mottola, and then they got divorced, and then she was like,
didn't she release an album called The Elusive Chanteuse?
She did. The actual title is Me, I'm Mariah, ... The Elusive Chanteuse.
That's right. You're right. Even
which
better.
Is so good. The weirdest
these are
punctuation.
Full, like, kind of granny panty-ish.
They're like kind of granny panties. But when it came out, everyone was like, oh my God, she is showing her belly button. Oh, I remember the booty picture. Yeah, there's a picture of a rainbow going across her ass. And I remember seeing that in Walmart and just being like, oh, Mariah.
You're on fire.
You're on fire, sister. I love Mariah because she is... So if we break down, like, what is a diva? Like, Mariah Carey embodies the modern day diva.
First thing you have to sing. That's the number one prerequisite. I'm going to go ahead and definitively state on the record, you have to be able to sing.
You have to be able to sing.
Yeah.
I think you also have to have really bizarre rumors about how difficult you are.
Whether they're true or not.
Whether they're true or not. I believe hers are probably unequivocally true.
I feel like you should be difficult to some degree, because if other people are calling you difficult, that lets me know that you're not fucking around.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And like, do you remember when she played at New Year's Eve a few years ago and basically just sort of teetered around, like she barely moved her feet? That was terrible, but it didn't matter.
It did. She still got paid.
She still got paid. She did great.
Everyone cheered.
Like, she's earned the right to be that ridiculous.
She's got the hits.
She's got that whistle tone.
She's got the voice.
Yes.
I mean, Christmas. She's a Christmas icon.
Owns
now
Christmas.
She didn't used to be, and now she is.
That album, what year did that album come out?
The Christmas record? I
mean, No, I know. I'm asking, do you know?
Oh, 94?
Yes.
Okay.
It was 1994.
Yeah.
Shit, I was hoping you wouldn't guess, because I was going to say it feels timeless. But never mind, because you knew. But yeah, it's like that song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, might as well have been out for
also,
what?
Yeah, so I just had a thing about Mariah that just really smacked me that I really want to say. Mariah Carey was one of the first like R&B pop singers who started bringing in rappers to her songs. And like she basically like invented the rap bridge in the late 90s.
Yes.
I mean, in a lot of ways. Like
Jay-Z's career, I think, personally catapulted, because this album was so huge, Heartbreaker, and he was guested on that song.
99, yeah.
Yeah. And like, that's, if you really think about it, that's kind of when he started to like, outside of just like people who really like rap music, like he started to sort of break into pop. Because like, I personally probably didn't know a lot about him in 1999.
I definitely did not. There was, God. Mariah.
Anyway.
I mean, Mariah's great. You know what? Diva, check.
Diva,
mark.
check. So a new diva that gets a lot of comparisons to Mariah that I know you're quite fond of is Ariana Grande.
I love Ariana Grande so much, yes.
So tell me, why do you love Ariana Grande?
I think she's pretty. I like her voice. I think she's cool. I don't know. I like her voice. I like her voice. I like her songs a lot. I like her persona. I like her genuine talent. I like her kind of snide little bitchiness a little. I like her skinniness. I don't know. She's like a baby. I like that she leans into the tiny babiness.
Sexy baby.
I'm a very sexy
But Mariah Carey's kind
of
a sexy bigger baby with bigger panties.
Yes, Mariah Carey invented sexy baby.
She invented sexy baby. Ariana,
I just love Ariana.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to embrace it. I don't know why I resisted. Then she did this shitty thing about she spit on those donuts.
She licked the donut.
She licked a donut, but
and she said it. But she licked the donut and she said, "I hate America." It was like there was layers to it. She was so. I mean, it was that is great. Just so. It was the dumbest thing.
It's great, but it's just so shitty. But then Manchester,
I know,
handled it with aplomb. And I think it was very genuine, that response. Like, it was, so when the bombing happened at her concert, like, she had a decision to make to be, you know, a voice in a very difficult conversation. And she did it.
I concur.
In a way, she did it in a way without, it's going to sound weird, I don't want to say it, without like, she leaned into it, she owned it. She made it very reverent and about the people.
Yeah,
but she didn't feel like she needed to
make it about her.
Or that she needed to basically change her entire persona to be about this incident that happened.
Have you heard the Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
No.
Jamie?
Don't. I can't.
I know. You still can't. Don't listen to it.
I won't.
Don't listen to it.
That just made my jaw hurt. It could also be the skinny pop.
I do think there is a song that Ariana Grande appears on that you should listen to.
What is it?
I think that song is called Bang Bang.
Bang, bang, there goes my heart. All right.
So, Bang Bang by fucking Jessie J, Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj. Is there someone else? Is that just
no, that's just the three of them.
It's really good.
It's so good.
It's a really good song.
Bang, bang, there goes my heart. I know you wanna.
So do you like Jessie J?
I do like Jessie J.
Tell me about Jessie J.
Okay, so I like Jessie J because Jessie J is a fucking grown-up woman.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jessie J because she's British, and British people are just interesting and better.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah,
I somehow don't think I knew that.
If you
thought she was American for some reason.
No, she's British, which makes you like her even more. Also, I told you this earlier. Yes. She is a bisexual woman. She's been very open, very early on. She was like, and not, I mean, she, you know, just like, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. She's like, I do what I want. This is what I think. But then you told me something I didn't know tonight.
She's dating Channing Tatum. So Jessie J
immediately makes
bisexual legend Jessie J
is dating Channing Tatum. It immediately makes both of them 10 times more interesting.
I know.
You know, I just realized that. Do you think she kind of looks like remember when Ursula Turns Bad?
Yes, and she's
sexy
Vanessa.
and she's Vanessa. Jessie J is like a Vanessa version of Jenna Dewan Tatum.
Oh wow. Oh, that's funny.
Because she's got like black hair,
right.
But they have the same head.
Because if you Google Jessie J, those are like the first 3 Google images or comparisons of her.
And they look really similar.
Yeah. So that's fucked up.
But I love it.
I am going to play my favorite part of the song Bang Bang. It's just going to be a second or too long. Are you guys at home ready?
Guys, pull over if you're driving.
I can wait. Are we all safe?
We're safe.
Here we go. That's just class. That's just fucking quality. That's so good. I love it.
So
if you've never heard the song Bang Bang, it's really good.
That's part of it. So I read in the car ride over here as I was driving, Genius on my Spotify app popped up, a feature that I'm a big fan of. And I was at a stoplight and they met the 3 of them met on the set of the music video for this. I
absolutely believe that.
And Jessie J was like, yeah, you know, the minute that I saw Nicki Minaj, I was like, wow, she's dealing with a lot back there. Or something. Like, she basically talked about her ass and was like, and I was immediately like, yeah, she embodies a booty like a Cadillac. Yeah. This song's about being positive. And I'm like, I love this.
Oh my God. Jessie, stop it. Okay, then that's interesting to me because Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande have like collaborated.
A lot.
Oh, many, many times.
Which I really appreciate.
Yeah, several times.
Which, if you're into conspiracy theories, is probably something with the New World Order. All right.
Of course it is.
Speaking of New World Order, someone that I think, 2 artists really that I think are, you can't have a Pop Divas episode and not talk about them, that exploit the Illuminati shit to the end,
Diamond
to
and
the
Silk.
hilt. Hit it. Bang, bang, featuring Diamond and Silk. Madonna and Beyonce.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I mean, let's go with that. Let's run. I'm on the horse. Let's fucking gallop. All right. All right. Madonna. Let's just start there.
So I brought up Madonna earlier, and Ashley was like, I don't really care.
It's not that I don't care.
No.
It's just that it's not 1985 anymore. And Madonna is a person that lives in 1985. Madonna embodied... No, well... okay.
I'm going to let you dig this hole.
It's not a hole that I'm digging. It is a point that I'm making. My point is this. There's nothing wrong with Madonna. Like, God bless her. The bitch has had a career. Like, she's done it for decades. And she's still doing it. She's still doing it.
She's still doing it.
That being said, she is basically an 80s case that made it out.
See, I disagree. So I was having a and the only reason I'm going to say this is, and I was reminded by talking to our lawyer, Brooks.
He's got so many areas of expertise.
So many areas of expertise. One of them happens to be law related directly to divas. He is not here today, unfortunately. We could call him in if we wanted. Case. He's got a big case. He's representing Ariana Grande for licking a scone. In Wales. So he's licensed over there. So Madonna and Beyonce. Madonna, here's the deal. So Hung Up, when that came out in 2004. No. 5? It was later than that. I want to say it was almost like 2010.
I feel like I was in college when Hung Up came out.
Anyway, so when that came out, no. When was that?
Okay, first of all,
we'll look it up.
I want to cut you off right now. If you're going to listen to Hung Up by Madonna, just put on fucking ABBA.
No, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm not even talking about
2005.
This. Okay,
Confessions of a Dance on a Dance
2005. Confessions of a Dance Floor. A thing that he posits, which I think is really fascinating, is that for her look for that entire thing was the basically wearing dance wear, like wearing a leotard, wearing things. She is the first. She did it everywhere. She did it on all the red carpets. She looked baller.
I remember the video for that because she was dancing in the video. Like,
yes,
in the studio,
and then you started seeing single ladies, Beyonce do it, and all these other Lady Gaga's entire fucking the fame was dressed exactly like her. If you look not necessarily just that video, but if you look up like how she dressed as she promoted that
in that
album.
era.
So the thing about her, does she have the best voice? No. Does she have is she the best dancer?
No.
Not really. She's a good dancer, but bitch knows how to. I mean, I know everyone talks about reinvention, and it's a moot. It seems like a stale point, but. She
seems of another era to me, though, in a way that other people don't. I can't really explain it.
I would say that at this point, she needs to chill. Like, her last few runs around the block, I was like, okay, you're doing some kabuki stuff that is not
But here's the thing.
not
it's like,
safe.
I feel like
not good for you to be doing.
Weird. Here's her problem.
No, I'm saying she should stop.
She needs to get weird with it. She needs to get weird with it. Madonna's thing... And I don't think anyone will argue with me about this. No. It's like it's always been like vanity for her, you know? It really, really has been. And it's like, okay, we've reached a point now, my dear, where it's like, just be fucking weird. Like, be fun with it. Have fun. She's never looked like she's had fun. Has Madonna ever looked like she's had fun to you?
I mean, she looked like she was having fun. She's fucking all those people in the early 90s.
But did she really?
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. But it was like very, I don't know. It's very, Madonna's like neoliberal. I don't know what that even means, but I'm saying it. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying I disagree with that. I just think, and maybe I'm still longing for a 2005 Madonna.
And honestly, if I tell you that my favorite Madonna song is like Cherish, that'll explain a lot.
That really does.
Borderline, you know?
Borderline's great. Borderline's great, but I will say that I like Hung Up.
Hung Up is a good song. We were talking earlier about the video for Human Nature is the name of it?
Human Nature.
I had a crush on one of the dancers in that video, and watching it again today, I was like, oh, they're all very gay. I did not pick up on that when I was a little girl.
Gay, and they're so gay, and there's so much gay.
Which is really funny to me that it's like, this is her sexy video. She's like in bondage here and like pleather, and it's like, look at all of these men tying me up, and it's like, it's neutered to me in a way.
See, but I disagree. Where I, on the flip side, think that was incredibly, without coming out like she was being very controversial at the time. Like she was playing with sexuality in a way where she was putting queer people like front and center.
She was playing with.
But if you look at her book too, like there's
sex.
I've
never seen it.
I was telling Ashley earlier that one of the first things I remember doing on the internet was like, oh, I can finally see if someone has scanned pictures of this book onto the internet, because every time I would go to like Barnes and
missed walkthroughs.
Riven. Ashley was playing RPGs and I was like, can I see Madonna's butt? And I got a whole lot more. But if you look, in that book, she's putting, like, there's some sort of, lesbian stuff in it, but it's like mannish looking. Like, she's basically putting forward a sexuality that was very,
not like high femme lesbian,
right,
kind of.
Yeah, but she was definitely like putting that front in like 1992, which I think was, that's arguably not.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll give her credit for like coming up in New York City in the mid '80s and like fucking AIDS crisis, New York City.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And
that's again, but it's like I'm phrasing her up in the context of 1985 once again. Yeah. It's like I don't have anything to say about her today.
We've spent so much time. Too much time because there's too many divas.
Too many divas. Oh my goodness. Beyonce, you said. Beyonce was.
Who is this Beyonce character?
Young Miss Knowles. I like Beyonce. I've seen her like twice, 3 times in concert. Every single time.
I'm eating a Skinny Pop popcorn mini cake. Sorry.
Beyonce's fun. Beyonce's good. Beyonce made her first appearance
on what?
I have a full list here of every VH1 Divas live performance. Let's see. Well, Destiny's Child appeared at the 2000 tribute to Diana Ross.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to list out. Here are the performers. VH1 2000 tribute to Diana Ross. Number 1, Diana Ross. Okay.
Great.
2, Mariah Carey, who we discussed. 3, Donna Summer, who I absolutely love.
Fucking love
Disco
Donna.
Queen.
Love Donna Summer.
Donna Summer. I'm shaking thinking about Donna Summer.
Donna Summer, yes.
Number 4, here's the other headliner, Faith Hill. I know when you think Diana Ross, you automatically also think Faith Hill.
When I think of just like nasty ass diva that can own a stage.
When I think of pure fucking star power, just like wattage coming off the screen, coming off the stage, burn me with that aura, I think one name and one name only, and that name is Faith Hill.
Just dripping with sex.
Yeah, I mean... and it worked because, as you know, we talk about her every day.
She did. I will say, though, she did sing at Aretha Franklin's funeral, and I was like, why the fuck is Faith Hill here? Is she lost?
She did sing at Aretha Franklin's funeral. Oh, I'm glad you said Aretha Franklin, because the following year, VH1 had a tribute to Aretha for the Divas Live. Aretha herself appeared, and then we have people like Mary J. Blige, of course. Jill Scott is there. Here's what pissed me the fuck off. They invited Kid Rock. And they made her do Rocksteady with Kid Rock.
No.
Yes, they did.
Why?
Because it was 2001.
Did she sue?
I don't know, but it made me
is awful.
Very upset.
I'm angry now.
Very mad. That made me very mad. The VH1 Divas. Celine Dion. Have we talked about Celine?
No, but Celine's on my list. I want to go back.
Beyonce.
No. And I feel like Beyonce is so... I don't want to spend a lot of time on her because
you know who Beyonce is.
You know who Beyonce is. She's wonderful. We could do a whole episode just about Beyonce. We should probably...
That's a good idea.
She's,
She is Carmen, a hip opera.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was a good movie.
And, she's great.
I oftentimes watch that old episode of Cribs. Do you remember the Destiny's Child Cribs episode?
I don't.
It is available on the internet. It's one of my favorite pieces of pop culture ephemera. And so they are in fully like a Houston McMansion. They are all living together except for Michelle, so this is already like Michelle era. Destiny's Child. Solange is there, and she's in a bedroom over the garage. Do you remember?
I do remember this.
This is my little sister Solange's room. We put her over the garage, but she thinks it's fun. Ha ha ha. Like, they're kind of a bitch to her. And she's like 17 years old. Beyonce's bedroom is fully in like Arab genie style, and she starts singing "Genie in a Bottle" by Chrissy. Yes, and everything looks like it is from Claire's. Everything looks like it is from like
probably
Kirkland
is.
Originals, like out the fucking ass in this house. Like, it is incredible. I highly recommend everyone watch it.
I recently read a thing, by recently, like yesterday, it was probably on BuzzFeed, I don't know, that MTV Cribs, most of those homes were rented. So that makes it even sadder.
I'm going to say something that is not going to surprise you. So I remember the Robbie Williams episode. He was in, what's her name? Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
Jane Seymour.
Jane Seymour. He was in Jane Seymour's castle. I think he borrowed Jane Seymour's castle to pretend to do his crib. I remember that one.
He was specifically in the article, and like 50 Cent.
Wasn't like Redman the only person who actually took them to like
yes, and
house?
Redman's house was kind of shitty.
He had like a box of money on the fridge. It was cool.
I mean, it was like
the screen door was broken. It was like a house. It was it was really good.
Like after that one, they buckled down. Speaking of Genie in a Bottle, ex-Tina. What are your thoughts?
I mean, that's a good question. I don't know if I really have any thoughts on Christina Aguilera. I'm the first thing that I'm thinking of is Lady Marmalade, I guess. Yeah. Which she was really, really good on. She had
that was my favorite program.
She was good on Lady Marmalade. Christina did so good on the Marmalade show. She had,
Oh, Maya was there. Oh, it was a good episode.
Maya had the tiniest little voice. I always really liked
Maya. Maya's on here.
Maya has a voice like a little baby.
It's like a tiny baby.
And she just can't do that.
I always thought Maya was just so cute and pretty. Get a Superstar. Get a Superstar is great. Fun song. But Christina Aguilera, I will definitely say, so I was like, I've later we'll get to Britney, but I remember when they first came out, they came out around the same time, and I was sort of like punky, like, I'm going to have a bad attitude and be contrarian. So I was like, Britney Spears sucks. I like ex-Tina because less people like her. Like,
it was a few months later.
It was like a few months later. And so, like, I just sort of dug my heels in really deep and was like, I love her, even though I didn't really. And now I kind of think I still love her.
I liked her like slutty World War II Andrews Sisters phase. Yes. I liked that like Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
So good. Her titties were hanging out, and it was slutty Andrews Sisters. That's exactly what it was. It was called Back to Basics. I mean, honestly, I will say I was like attracted to her. I feel like she was always, because she was just being like offensively sexual for our age group at that time.
Yeah. Oh,
like when Dirty came out.
It wasn't even.
It was gratuitous.
It was ridiculous.
It was awesome.
Ridiculous.
It was so gross. It was like she literally was dirty. It was so on the nose. And like that is exactly though, if you want to acclimate a horny teenage audience to you and just confuse the shit out of everyone, just be like as overtly sweaty, and like she was wearing like chaps.
I mean, she was like just like grease me up. She looked like parts. She's like a mechanic stripper. Yes, it was amazing.
Or just like put some relish on her, and you could just take her to a cookout. Yeah, just
she's like, I'm like a chocolate bar, but not the kind you'd want to eat. Like that was her whole shtick.
She's a zero bar.
She's a beautiful voice, like one of the best voices of her peers for sure. I always felt like she did. I felt like she was frivolous with her voice. I feel like she pushed her voice too far a lot. I feel like she tried to I feel she was like a melisma addict. I don't know. I feel like I feel like I wanted Christina to take better care of her voice. Maybe just like slow down with the acrobatics.
She was so dirty.
It's about time for my arrival. That song is good. What about Brandy? What about Brandy and Monica?
Yes. Okay, Not yours, but mine. That song, you'd think it would be more fun when you're wasted at karaoke to sing that with a friend. It is horrible.
It's really long.
It's like really long. Don't ever do that. Yeah. Don't ever do it. It's so embarrassing. And then it's like halfway through, you're like, I want to leave. I'd like to leave. Can I get
You can have the boy.
Yeah,
He's yours.
Okay. If we're talking about, you got Britney, let's say if Britney is like a Beyonce.
Okay.
Christina's familiar in the situation is Rihanna.
Oh.
I kind of in my...
Oh, I like what you're doing here. I see what's happening.
Like there's sort of like a couplet, or is like there's like a something.
Interesting.
Not a couplet, that's the wrong analogy.
Rihanna. I like Rihanna.
I
like Rihanna a lot.
Rihanna. I love Rihanna.
Okay, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry for 1 second. I have to think. Okay, so Fenty Beauty, Rihanna's makeup line over Christmas. Did you see that she had this Christmas commercial? Mm-mm. Okay, it was this whole video, and she got fucking Tiffany New York Pollard.
Oh, yes, I did see this.
Tiffany. Okay,
I almost texted you. This is like your
Tiffany
dream.
Pollard is my favorite person of all time. She's an icon. She is the greatest person who's ever lived. Anyway, she's
better than
Rihanna. So that's
Jackson.
proved to me that Rihanna knows everything because she was like even young when New York was like coming up.
Yeah, she's closer in age to us than you would think, though.
Interesting.
Because she's been around for a while. Like, she didn't hit it big.
I mean, Umbrella was like 2005, 6?
I just moved here.
Okay.
I remember that. But, yeah, because...
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so her debut album...
was like 2003 or 4?
Yeah.
So Rihanna, I love Savage by Fenty. I love her lingerie brand. I find it incredibly sexy. I feel like I would drink Rihanna's like spit. Like if she spit into a small goblet, I would drink it. I think her voice is not as great as a Beyonce.
Yeah, but she's doing different things.
But it doesn't matter. Yeah. Right. That's the thing. That's where the diva comes into play. Yeah. And I feel like maybe it's not even fair to consider her a diva, but I think she's...
It's like she brings different genres. She's brought different genres into like American mainstream.
And she can like her rap part. Have you heard that song Lemon?
I don't think so.
By NERD.
I don't think I have, no.
She raps on it and it's really sick.
One thing I know about Rihanna that I really like about her, she's from Barbados.
Yes.
And every year they have Carnival, whatever the Barbados version is.
She goes to
and
that.
Every year she goes.
Her
and
titties
she looks
are out.
Incredible.
And she's just drunk off her ass.
I love it when she rolled the blunt on her security guard's head. I'm like my hands. I literally threw my hands up in the air. I mean, that is praiseworthy.
Take my money.
Praiseworthy.
Take
behavior.
my money.
I mean,
speaking of money,
at that.
One of my favorite Rihanna music videos is "Pour It Up." Have you ever watched that?
I know the song. I don't know the video.
Pour up. I implore all of you, pull over right now if you're driving. If you're in an airplane, ask the pilot to make a stop, an emergency landing. So that you can watch, because there's no Wi-Fi on your plane, so you can watch the Poured Up video. She is clearly so high.
Yeah, cool.
She, at one point, gets a piece of fake money stuck to her mouth, her lipstick, and it just stays there for a really long, like, uncomfortable amount of time. But she's really, like, almost naked, and it's like, weirdly sexy, mainly because she just does not give a fuck. But it's also a kind of a train wreck, and it's like... Not a sad train wreck because Rihanna's not a sad train wreck to me.
Not at all.
She mainly, like, you watch that and you're just like, she had a blast that day.
I'm not worried about her.
I'm not worried about her at all.
I'm not worried about her.
So it's like a fun exhibitionism where she's literally smoking a blunt in the video.
Rihanna makes a lot of appearances on my like workout playlist because number one, because like the beat is good and it helps me keep on rhythm. But number two, I need to be listening to a song that'll be like, fuck you.
Yes.
Fuck you. I'm great. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Me. That's the best workout songs, and so I have a lot of Rihanna.
I listened to Bitch Better Have My Money on the way here.
I'm going to listen to it on the way home.
I know. And do you know that she actually, 2 years before that came out, or like a few years before that, she sued her accountant for stealing money from her. So that song is like literally, I mean, somebody else wrote it, but it's...
But another way, like, did they?
I don't know.
No, I'm just going to say no.
They
Rihanna wrote that entire song by herself.
By herself on a throne, smoking a blunt. And
she's so pretty. She's so fucking pretty.
So, other diva, there's so many divas to talk about. I'm just going to skim through. Are there any specific ones that you want to touch on?
Oh, my gosh. Let's talk about some older people for a minute. I do, like Tina Turner, you know? I mean, just let Cher. So, you see, this is what I wanted to say, kind of thinking about, like, when I was sort of giving Madonna a hard time, it's like, I don't feel that way about Cher for whatever reason. I can't explain why.
But if you look at Cher's catalog, which I did today, she hasn't really put out a song you want to listen to since Believe.
No. She hasn't really hit... No. And 2/3 of her hits are problematic. Like, racially. Like, you can't, like...
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you want to, like, do that for real? I mean, she's, like, in a fucking... The whole regalia. It's like, calm. Cheryl Lynn, honey. But she's persevered in a way that is... Also her acting. Hello, she's like an incredible actor. She's more than a singer. Oh, yeah. She's more than a singer. She's an entertainer. She's an icon. She's a pop culture icon. She is she's probably the only good baby boomer.
She's funny as shit on Twitter.
She's so good. I agree with everything she says.
I agree with everything she says. I also love that she's very dyslexic, and it's incredibly obvious just in the way that she writes, and she references it a lot. And like, it's not an excuse. Like, she's basically just like, hey, this is incoherent, and I don't really give a shit because I'm so famous and wealthy, and I love it.
She's been famous since she was like 17 years old. It's like, this is a woman with like 60 years.
Old pictures of Cher too. Cher in the 70s, dime piece. Cher in the 80s, incredible. Cher in the 90s, incredible. Cher today,
incredible. I love her.
I mean, everyone's
every iteration of Cher.
She went through one tiny little phase where, like, I remember it was so shocking she'd had plastic surgery. And, you know, I love her because now it's like almost a popular thing to, I mean, maybe not like real celebrities that I respect, but like all the ones that I follow on Instagram, like Kardashians and all these people, you know, they talk freely about their cosmetic procedures.
Yeah.
It's like Cher's been doing that shit since the night. Cher and Joan Rivers were just like, fuck you.
Yeah, Cher and Dolly Parton. I mean, that's the thing. It's like just...
Yep. Dolly Parton.
Sense of Dolly Parton diva. I mean, capital double D diva. Cher is, if you're living in Nashville, by the way, Cher will be here on January 31st at Bridgestone Arena.
Get your tickets now.
I'm going to be there.
Are you? Mm-hmm. You need a friend?
Maybe. Plus one.
Anyway, yeah.
Just older. Let's see. I sort of touched on Donna Summer. I just feel like she passed several years ago, and it was really upsetting to me.
So I was going to say Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight's great.
So Gladys Knight is great. Do you know? Or actually, I haven't caught up. So there's that dumbass show, The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
Is she one of them?
I haven't seen a single thing about it.
No,
I don't know.
I looked it up.
All I know is she's 74 years old. Don't get a 74-year-old woman out there in a mask.
Just don't. It's hot.
That's rude.
It's hot.
Mary J. Blige. My religion is the first 30 seconds of real love. Just that, it's like perfect.
That's interesting.
It's a perfect open. It starts so... oh, God. Her entire catalog is very good.
You know who else I was going to talk about?
Who?
Missy Elliott.
I like Missy Elliott so
I love
much.
Missy Elliott. And I think Missy Elliott... She's not
a singer.
She's not a singer, but I would put her in the diva. Like if I were to do a VH1 Divas today, Divas Live tonight, Missy Elliott, Ariana Grande, I'd get. Oh my God, this would be great if she's feeling up to it. I'd get Demetria Lovato out there. Come back at my VH1 Divas Live.
If you were to do a new Lady Marmalade,
oh my God, stop it, Ari, Demi, Jessie J. I don't know if Jessie J's got the clout to really get this to the top of the charts. Cardi B.
Ooh.
She could do the
Oh, damn. That's good. That's good.
Kesha?
Oh, Kesha? I like Kesha a lot.
I like Kesha
a lot.
Let's put Lord on it.
Rainbow. What? Rainbow's the Kesha record?
Yeah.
That was so good.
What part would Lord sing in the new Lady Marmalade?
Oh, my God. Lord is the John.
Yeah.
Lord is the one who, like, picks up Lady Marmalade.
We get Lana Del Rey and it could be like, hey.
Oh, my God. RuPaul made an appearance at the 2000 tribute to Diana Ross as Diva.
Well, that's nice.
RuPaul's got, like, 2 songs.
Yeah. I would say I have a list on my Diva Classico list. I mean, one for me that's huge is Liza Minnelli, but that's just because I'm a big nerd and I love cabaret. We don't have to talk about her long.
I like Liza.
Liza's one of those people. So before the podcast started, we briefly talked about the late phenomenal Carrie Fisher, and Ashley remarked, like, you know, I'm proud of anyone who's. What
I said was, what we were talking about is how Carrie Fisher recently died.
To make you sound better.
There's no way to make this sound good. And what I said was, one thing I really admire about Carrie Fisher is that as an addict, she made it to like 65 in the first place, or however old she was.
She did.
You know,
Liza Minnelli is still alive.
Is she though?
Yes.
How?
I don't know, and that's what I was going to say.
How?
I don't know.
I honestly thought she was no longer with us. She is 72 years old.
Not only she's 72, but
she's 72.
She's probably going to be on Big Brother.
I'm going to bring this around. You said Big Brother.
Oh.
You said Big Brother.
I know exactly what you're about to reference.
I'm going to bring this back to my woman, my one and only, my one true love. We decided that we're both bisexual. Tiffany Pollard is number one for me. So Tiffany Pollard was on Celebrity Big Brother UK, which is the greatest show in the history of all time. Okay. Liza Minnelli was married to a man named David Guest. You can look up their wedding photos. They're phenomenal. Michael Jackson is there. David Guest, R.I.P. At the time, however, he, along with Tiffany Pollard, was a guest in the Celebrity Big Brother house. Yep. So was Angie Bowie, David Bowie's former paramour. Okay, so then they're filming Celebrity Big Brother. David Bowie dies. Mm-hmm. The producers tell Angie Bowie, because they're whores and terrible people.
Right.
She's like making a big to-do.
Yeah.
She tells Tiffany, David's dead. Tiffany Pollard interprets this as David Guest, the other person who is the housemate with her on Celebrity Big Brother, who is an old man, by the way, and she thought was like asleep. It's one of my favorite things of all time. That's just a really, really, really long digression. It's online.
It's worth looking up.
Tiffany, New York Pollard, Celebrity Big Brother. It's one of my favorite things.
A diva?
I'm sorry. I know. A diva? Here's what a diva does. A diva takes over the podcast and just talks about her favorite Tiffany Pollard moments.
You're a diva. I stand a podcast diva. So a non-podcast diva that I would like to talk about is Wynonna of the Judds. Wynonna Judd.
Okay.
Wynonna Judd is a diva to me. Incredible voice. The Judds were super prolific. Wynonna Judd to me is still such a diva because she's still such an icon, especially in the gay community, and literally only has like one hit, which is "No One Else on Earth Could Ever Hurt Me." You probably don't even know the song. The huge hit.
I'm sorry.
It was a big hit at the time. Exactly, though. But people still, like, I have multiple, mainly in their, like, 30s and 40s, people that, like, if you bring up Wynonna, they're like, yes, like, love her. I worked at a shoe store in my youth, and I managed the shoe store. I was pretty good at it.
Regular Al Bundy over here.
I know. It was women's shoes. And so one night, these women are in the store, and like we're all having fun. And it was like in the time of disposable cameras, and they were like sitting there just like, like winding up their camera. And they're like on vacation, like having a blast. And all of a sudden, this little girl walks in with her mom, and immediately I know that it's Wynonna because she is wearing
Immediately I know it's
Wynonna.
Because it looks like her.
Well, not only that, it was about 9 p.m. on a Tuesday at the Cool Springs Mall, and she was wearing a head to toe, like a ankle length duster with a crystal spider all over the back of it, like a spider's web with a giant spider. She had on gigantic sort of ombre sunglasses.
This is at night at the mall?
Yes, at the mall. Her hair was all teased out. Yes. They were coming into my shitty-ass store because her daughter needed shoes for a dance.
I love it.
I pretended like I didn't know who she was.
Of course, you're professional.
I'm professional. The women immediately go, wait a second, who are you? And she was like, shit you not, takes off her glasses and goes, Wynonna Judd.
That's the best.
The women freak out. My favorite is they're all like freaking out. They're like, we love you. Can we get a picture with you? And it's like, whining at the camera. Get a picture with her. And then one of the ladies goes, wait a minute. Do you know Oprah? And she was like, honey, Oprah and I are very good friends.
This is the greatest story.
The woman goes, hold on. And she runs out into the middle of the mall, like area by the Annie Ann's Pretzels, and starts screaming to a friend that is at Build-A-Bear. Girl, get over here. This lady knows Oprah. And Wynonna stayed the whole time. I immediately went over and like helped with the daughter.
I thought I was over some sinus congestion.
No, girl.
That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, girl, this lady knows Oprah. And they got some shoes and they left. It was great.
Do you think of country divas? Do you think of country singers as being a diva?
Oh, I do. Much? I think that Reba's a diva.
I mean, we talked about Dolly briefly.
Dolly's definitely a diva. I think the Dixie Chicks are kind of diva.
Dixie Chicks made an appearance. Yeah, 2001. Yeah.
I think they're more artists than they are a divas.
I feel like diva. Also, that we didn't. Diva implies.
Shania Twain. Shania Twain's a fucking diva.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Shania Twain fucking partner swapped. Okay.
Wait, what?
When her and Mutt Lange got divorced. Oh, when her and Mutt Lange got divorced.
Is this known? Are you
chalet,
get sued?
So Mutt Lange cheated with like her assistant / best friend, and they got married.
Oh yeah, okay, I vaguely remember that.
And Shania Twain then married her assistant / best friend's ex-husband.
Oh, I thought you meant. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I mean, good on her.
Yeah, I mean, super good on her because he's way hotter than Mutt Lange.
Yeah,
who hadn't even produced a good song for her since like 1998.
I know.
I like you know what? I like Still the One because I like it when couples are really fucking fuck you. We made it after like 4 years. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, we're really going to stand the test of time, baby. We've done it. We've done it for like 8 Christmases now. This is it. You know? It's like, Jesus. Okay,
I just want to lay in a giant clamshell and
what
talk.
What about male divas?
I will say the only man that I put on my list, and only because he has partnered with or facilitated, really, he's like a modern day, to me, as far as we know, decent Phil Spector. Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't lock people in a room.
Way more handsome than Phil Spector at any point.
Super fucking handsome. Mark Ronson.
Mark Ronson is
so Mark Ronson makes my list and I'm going to build up to number 1, and then we'll
go from there.
So currently, A Star Is Born. Big movie out. He just won a Golden Globe with Lady Gaga. I think he helped. Lady Gaga. She's fine. She's good. Helped win a Golden Globe. He might win an Oscar. You know, that'd be great. Fun. Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, a song you have not heard yet. Hear it when you get home. New song with Miley Cyrus that fucking rules, and I love it. But his best diva work. You know what I'm about to say.
I know what you're going to say.
His album Versions, which is a covers album. Mm-hmm. Valerie.
I'm shaking.
Amy Winehouse.
I'm shaking. Every cell in my vibrate, and like every cell, I can't even talk.
Girl, I'm going to have to eat a skinny pop.
Every cell in my body just vibrates when I think about Valerie by Amy Winehouse and Mark Ronson. It's like my favorite song. It's one of my favorite songs.
So, if you go to hotminute.com/my-divas, I've sent that to Ashley earlier, and she was like, I was like, is this missing anything? Look at it later. Immediately just wrote Valerie, Amy Winehouse, very shortly.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this is not complete without that song.
Amy Winehouse is a lot to me. Amy Winehouse, Back to Black meant a lot to me. Like, like that album, like, got me through some shit. You know, like, for real. And I just feel like Valerie, is a cover. I think it's a Zootons song. It's like a rock song with a male voice. It's very boring, I think.
It's a fine song, but it's such a, with the right producer and the right vocals, like an incredible
song. Socks off. It just knocks my socks off. Absolutely. I listen to Valerie 10 times a week. I listen to it all the time. I love it. It's one of my favorite songs.
It's fantastic. And Amy Winehouse.
I loved Amy Winehouse. I do love her. Actively. I do love her, but
I just touched her hand.
I know, it's okay. I needed it. Last time I went to London, I went to Camden to go see her statue. Her life-size statue, and it was so teeny. She was so small. She was just a pocket angel. God damn, I loved her.
Speaking of statues of fallen angels, Selena Quintanilla Perez.
Oh, yeah.
From Texas. I don't know if you've said that before. Here's the deal. I was saying this to someone the other day.
I Could Fall in Love with You?
Yes. Oh, that song's so good. It's on the playlist. I Could Fall in Love with You is so good. Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb. She was just such a babe, such a cool lady, too trusting. She shouldn't have trusted Yolanda Saldivar.
Yeah. Most divas are not trusting of anybody.
I think Selena was like amazing because not only was she kind of this family-friendly diva, but she had sex appeal, but she was also a really good role model, which I can't say that for some of the people we've spoken about on this list. And it's not a prerequisite for divadom. In fact, I would say most cases, it probably
is a hindrance.
A hindrance. Anything, yeah. But, yeah. Cool lady.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well,
there's
so many. There's so many.
What about Paris Hilton?
Oh, my God.
Ultimate diva.
I think we need to end it there.
You know, when you're talking diva vocalists, when you're talking just voices of a century,
powerhouse.
Paris Hilton. This is literally a song that I again play a lot.
Okay.
This is "Stars Are Blind" by Paris Hilton.
Play me a few bars.
The chorus. It's my favorite reggae song. I'll show you mine. Anyway, that's Paris Hilton.
It's so good.
Paris Hilton also has put out songs. There's just anyone can do a song. Anyone can do a song. I encourage you to do a song, Jamie.
You know what? Thank you. I will.
Maybe I'll encourage our listeners to do songs and send them to us.
Please send us a fucking song. All right. Well, and again, hotminute.com/my-divas.
Yeah.
Go check it out. That's 180 of my favorite diva songs. It'll get you
plus Valerie.
No, I tried to remember things Ashley liked.
Oh, Bag.
All right.
Time for Bag.
All right.
We might make the skinny pop bag the new bag.
Get ready for I'm a Foley artist. Old bag, new skinny bag.
I can hear a difference.
This is your fat, nasty bag.
It's like got mayo stains.
Just filled with
mayo stain?
Cholesterol. All right. Okay. Oh, this is a pretty good one. Edgar Wright.
Oh.
Wispy director.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what he looks like, I don't think, off the top of my head.
Edgar Wright, to me...
he's like way cuter than I expected.
Edgar,
he's like way better look. I had very low hopes of what he was going to be. Okay.
He's cute. He and Rufus Wainwright kind of look similar to me. Am I making that up? I made that up.
He's not bad looking at all. He is an average to handsome looking man.
He has a gap in his teeth.
He has a gap in his teeth. He's got that. He's got the coloring you love, which is just like an orphan. Which is just some sort of Dickensian orphan who like fell down a chimney. It's like it's all sooty.
Yeah, it's like a ghost with like dirt for hair.
Yeah, exactly. God.
Yeah,
Edgar Wright. I'm so beyond pleasantly surprised. I was familiar with his work. I just assumed he was going to be a big ugly dork.
He's probably got like a cheesy dick.
He's probably terrible. He's probably really annoying, but he's cute.
He is cute.
Good bag.
Bill Clinton. What do you think?
He's vegan now.
Really?
For a few years, that's how he lost all the weight.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if he likes skinny pop.
Bill Clinton.
They're only gluten-free. Oh, no, they're vegan. Certified vegan.
Oh, well, there you go. Bill Clinton should do Weight Watchers.
Get these salted mini cakes.
Yeah, I liked him. I voted for him in Kids Pick the President back in '92.
I sure didn't, because I grew up in like a trailer.
You didn't have a phone?
No.
Oh. You know a lot of Reba songs.
I do. I was like, I love the war. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. John Early. Do you know who John Early is?
I know the name. Is that the comedian?
Yes.
Okay.
I
love him.
I love John
guy.
Early.
Yeah.
I think he's so funny. He's from Nashville.
Oh, I did not know that.
He doesn't talk about it often. And
who knows him?
Someone knows him.
If you are friends with John Early, please tell him I said not bad.
Tell him
Ashley said
would fuck. I think he's attractive.
I think he's very cute.
My favorite thing that John Early does, and this is just a minor thing, he has a lot of really funny characters. My favorite thing that he does is that he posts clips of him dancing.
Uh-huh.
And that sounds really stupid, but please go look at them, because he's like it's this perfect mix of competency. Like, he's a competent dancer, but also I love it when people can do something well, but they're also very funny, so they do a thing well stupidly.
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Another thing I like about John Early, he's blonde. He's a handsome blonde.
He's legitimately blonde.
He's a handsome blonde man. That's his real hair. No, Bag is really good.
Bag is good today.
I want to do one.
God bless us.
I want to do at least one.
I'm sorry I dominated
Parker fucking Posey. That's
We got to end it there.
I love her. I mean, she's great. She's beautiful.
Oh my God, and they wrote Parker fucking Posey.
Yeah.
I love that. Parker Posey is hot.
She's beautiful. I like her entire like filmography is positive to me.
Yeah, she has made great choices. She's in Spice World. No, she's in the Josie and the Pussycats
she's in
movie.
Josie and the
Sorry.
Idiot.
God. Probably gonna just
I just like her. I like it's hard for me to explain why I like her so much. I don't know. I think she looks cool. I like her style.
She hasn't changed much in 30 years.
Parker Posey,
and I don't mean that as an insult, because she was cooler than her peers 30 years ago and remains cool. Didn't she dated Ryan Adams? That's kind of a tick in a bad column, but they probably did a lot of drugs. They're probably both on drugs. They're probably both
she didn't marry him.
No, she did
some
not.
People like
some people who didn't make the list. Even though we've actually spoken positively about Mandy Moore.
I like Mandy Moore, yeah.
Don't pit women against women in 2019. Parker Posey and Mandy Moore should not fight.
Parker Posey is the kind of pretty that is like, I want that.
Yes. Parker Posey has a underrated widow's peak. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
I like it.
Yeah, look at it in that picture. Stellar.
Dazed and Confused.
If they made an Archie Comics movie, is that not Veronica Lodge? Look at that picture. If only they had done that back in the day. I just love that she is like, I want her career. Like I have a career crush on her. If I could get in a time machine and be like 21 and start down a path to be her. But like, she's like in the Christopher Guest sort of cast.
And according to Celebrity Net Worth, she's got about 10 million, which is
not that much.
But I'm just kidding. That's enough to live on the dividends like really well. Like, you don't have to touch that.
No, I'm kidding. That is, I would please someone give me $10 million.
But in a way, like if you live in New York.
Oh, I know. Well, she
you
does.
Want to own a house in New York and wear fashion clothes.
Last time I checked, she did. I'm really good friends with her.
I know Oprah.
I know. Hey. I just love that the lady was in Build-A-Bear too. Like, and I remember it so vividly. I was like, what the fuck is my life?
Did you pull out another name?
No.
Oh, let's do one more. Let's do one more and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. Last name in bag is Chrissy Tiegen.
You know,
again, I like her.
I like Chrissy Tiegen too. You are the one, you said something about Chrissy Tiegen once that was perfect. It was, who is her publicist? Because this is like, because now, this was like 2 years ago. You were just like, this person is working overtime. There's no way she got totally that famous just on her own social, but I do think that's not putting her down. I'm saying she's totally brilliant. Understand. I think she hired the right people. She's made the right choices.
I like her and John Legend. I don't even care about John Legend. Like, I literally do not give a shit about. I couldn't name a single thing John Legend has ever sung his entire life, but I like him.
La La Land. I don't know. I didn't even see
was
that
he
movie.
Mr. Lala?
He was
La La Land?
He was Lala.
I didn't see that.
He played Lala Anthony in La La Land.
John Legend as Lala Anthony in
La La Land.
And that's how I feel about Chrissy Tiegen.
Chrissy
Tiegen, whatever.
I want to eat all her food.
Chrissy, she's pretty. I like her. Yeah, I like her.
She's real.
What I like about her is she got super, super rich and super, super famous, and now is attempting to just live her life from her house.
Oh, yeah.
Which is my goal. And that is my life goal.
And when challenged, she's like, I married well and I'm stay at home all day and do what I love.
She's like, I want to hang out and like cook
and like dress my baby up like a hot dog
with my family and friends and never leave the house all day.
And like her adorable mom. Anyway, okay, well, Chrissy Tiegen, you're going places, kid.
John Early, you know, a hot minute.
If you know John Early,
tell him Jamie and Ashley said,
"Hey,
up,
way to go,
not too bad,
way to make it out, kid.
We like your hair.
You're great. We moved here on our own." Okay, hotminute.com/my-divas.
Thank you to Julia Martin.
Yes, thank you to Julia Martin. Brought to you by We Own This Town.
Yes.
And
thank you, Frank Ocean.
Yeah, thank you, God, for Frank Ocean. Bang, bang, there goes my heart. All right.